friends, welcome back to the kitchen. Welcome if you're new. I'm Cheryl. This is Table Full of Joy. And friends, we are continuing our journey that my husband and I are on. Now it's my husband. He decided to join me on this journey. And so we are cooking a delicious, high protein, low carb-ish meal tonight for dinner. Super excited about this. And I need to get dinner ready because it's Wednesday. I have my last night of kids classes at church that I'm teaching. We're not teaching anything tonight. It's our last night. We're having a party, pizza and ice cream sandwiches for all the kids. They're going to be super excited about that. We're going to go outside, have a picnic, get the kids to play on the playground, and they're going to have a blast. And so that's what our evening's going to be. And then I'm taking a break for the summer from that, and I won't be doing anything until fall when I'll be teaching a class on Wednesday nights there. And so I'm excited to have a little break from that and to do something different in the fall. But tonight I'm going to get dinner ready. So I've got just 2 chicken breasts from our Good Chop box. I went ahead and diced those up. I've got a skillet back here with just some of our good Carey Gold butter in it. We're gonna make some sauteed chicken with some delicious vegetables in it. Gonna make a little light cream sauce for it, and we're gonna serve it over a bed of broccoli, just to eliminate some of the carbs. If you are not doing low carb, no carb, whatever, feel free to put this over pasta, potatoes, rice, whatever you choose to do. I'm just choosing to limit the carbs that I eat when I eat them, how often I eat them. I'm just trying to really be mindful of that right now. And I'm loving it. I will go more into that later in this video, but we're gonna get our chicken started. I need to get my dogs fed so that I can get out of here and to church. Ignore my dog coughing in the background. He's coughing, he drank some water. So I'm gonna head over to the stove, get this chicken cooking, and then I'm gonna show you how we're gonna make this delicious vegetable sauce. All right, got our chicken all nice and browned up. I'm going to add in our spinach and our mushrooms. We're going to get those sauteed. Get those mixed around a little bit. Let that spinach start wilting down. I'm also going to put in a little bit of dehydrated tomato. I think that's going to be delicious in this. I just love how everything is fresh. This chicken is from our Good Chop box. Spinach is fresh, mushrooms are fresh. So many fresh ingredients in this, and I love it. So we're just gonna let this sit here and let that chicken wilt, or let the spinach wilt a little bit, let those mushrooms cook, and we'll come back and do the rest. All right, so our mushrooms and our spinach are all nicely cooked down. I'm gonna put a little little heavy cream in here. We're gonna make our sauce that we're going to pour over our broccoli. So a little bit of heavy cream. We're also going to put in a little bit of chive and onion cream cheese into this. And like I said, I'm going to put in a little bit of dehydrated tomatoes. They will rehydrate in this liquid. So we're going to put in about a quarter of a little 8-ounce container. Get that all mixed in here. I do have a little bit of cheese that I'm going to put in, but I have a seasoning that we picked up on my birthday trip to the coast, and I'm going to use that. But I'm going to get some of these tomatoes dropped in here. I think they're just going to add a really pretty red jewel color to this. So this is the seasoning that we're using, and I grabbed this at Misty Meadow, which is in Bundt, Oregon, and I will leave a link in the description box for you guys for them. They do ship, and so figure out which side I want. They will ship stuff, and so you can go online and shop from them. So they don't have just jams; they have lots and lots of seasonings, barbecue sauces. They do have jams and jellies and syrups and all kinds of things. So it's just a fascinating little local owned shop in Bundt that we love to grab things at. We grabbed this seasoning. I wanted to try it. This is a perfect application for it. So we're gonna put a little of that in here. We're gonna let these sit here and simmer for just a little bit. Let that cream cheese melt into this. And while this is doing this, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut up some broccoli because I'm just gonna steam some broccoli really quick. And that's what I'm putting this over, is a little bit of fresh steamed broccoli. And I think it's gonna be fantastic, friends. Nice and healthy, lots of veggies in this, good protein from the chicken. It looks amazing. All right, friends, we'll be back when this is all ready. All right, our sauce is looking great. I'm gonna put a little bit of this Quattro Formaggio that we get at Trader Joe's. It's just a really great cheese blend that I love. Just want a little more flavor in there, a little more salty. I think it's gonna be perfect. I'm also gonna add in just a little bit of parsley and a little bit of chives. Just for a little more color, a little more flavor. I love adding chives wherever I can. They have such a great flavor. I'm not a huge fan of onions, but I do love chives. I don't really classify chives as an onion. All right, there is our delicious sauce. Our broccoli just beeped, the microwave's done. Let's get this dished up. I'm gonna have a little bit before I head out the door. Here's our beautiful broccoli that we steamed. I love this Pampered Chef steamer. So I'm gonna put a little bit of broccoli in my bowl. Hubby is gonna love this. One more little piece. All right, there's my portion of broccoli. Let's grab our sauce. I'm just gonna use a spatula to scoop up a little bit of this beautiful chicken and veggie sauce. This is gonna be delicious, friends. I am excited about this. I love mushrooms. I love chicken, spinach. All those things are incredible. All right, friends, who said eating low carb had to be boring or could not be tasty? Oh my goodness. We're just not having pasta or potatoes or rice. If you want to, you absolutely can with this. It would go amazing with any one of those things. But I am just trying to watch my carbs a little bit, make better choices about when I eat the carbs and what carbs I am eating. So we're gonna give this a taste. I'm excited about this. Friends, that is so good. I don't miss having that heavy pasta or rice or potato in it. It's delicious. Oh my gosh, so good. We'll see you guys tomorrow for another delicious dinner. All right, friends, we are back for our second low carb meal for this week. We had a late start this week. The first part of this week was a little bit crazy. Didn't do a lot of cooking the first couple of days. We had too many things happening, but the broccoli with the chicken and the cream sauce last night, oh my gosh, it was phenomenal. Hubby went crazy, said he would definitely eat that one again. He's gonna love tonight's dinner. You guys are gonna love this one. I love this one because you can customize this any way you want to. Whatever you want to put on it is what I would put on it. So let's get this made. We are making a cheeseburger bowl, and I'm excited about this. It is not a Big Mac bowl. This has got all kinds of delicious things, whatever you would put on a cheeseburger. The ultimate cheeseburger is what I would put in this bowl. So I've got one patty right here. It's a triple cheddar. We get these at our local Kroger store, Fred Meyer. They have these already with cheese in them. They're phenomenal. Got some of our really good Kerrygold butter back here in my pan, heating up. We're gonna season this up a little bit. And I think we're just gonna use our steak blend. That's a good all-season, all-purpose blend for these burgers. So we're gonna put this in our burger. We'll put our seasoned side down in our butter as soon as it's finished melting. We're gonna make a sauce. We're gonna shred some lettuce, dice some tomatoes, do some avocado. My husband loves cowboy candy. My sweet friend Shelly from church makes it. So we're gonna put some of that on his burger. I have an avocado that I need to use up. We always have bacon in our fridge because we put it on everything. So we're gonna do that. It's gonna be super easy. So I hear my butter back here is starting to do beautiful things. So I'm gonna drop this burger in here and we're gonna season the other side. And I wanna get some really good color on this burger. I don't want this to be a gray looking burger. All right, so while that burger is cooking, let's get our sauce made. So ordinarily, I always have horseradish in my fridge because my husband loves it. I am out, but thankful we have some horsey sauce from Arby's. My husband loves this. So I'm gonna make the burger sauce with this. But if you have horseradish or you wanna buy horseradish, then go ahead and put some horseradish in your bowl. And this is just a sauce that I am eyeballing. So this is gonna be about, with these 3 packets, I'm gonna say it's gonna be a good 1.5 tablespoons of horseradish. This just gives a good little bite to that burger. All right, last little bit. We're just making this up as we go along, by the way, and I'll let you know what hubby thinks of this tomorrow. So we've got our horsey sauce. We're gonna put a little bit of yellow mustard because he loves yellow mustard. Just a little bit. Instead of ketchup, we're gonna use some honey hot barbecue sauce. I think this is gonna give us that sweet hot thing that we want with our burger. That looks tasty. Spoon. I'm gonna give this a little bit of a mix. And you could put all kinds of things in if you wanted to. You could do garlic, onion, whatever you want to. I'm just gonna keep it nice and simple for tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and use some of my iceberg lettuce. You can use romaine, you can use green leaf, whatever kind of lettuce your family likes to eat, that's what I would do. But I just happen to have this iceberg right here and we need to use this up. So I'm just gonna whack off a chunk and then we're gonna shred this. Hubby likes shredded lettuce on his burgers, so we're gonna shred it short ways. I think he's gonna love this. I think this is gonna be a favorite on the menu from now on. And I've got our glass container. Just gonna pile that in here. We're gonna do a little bit of tomato. I unfortunately don't have any onion. I thought I had some, but I don't. So we're just gonna dice this up. Ignore my dogs barking. They're barking at somebody outside. I'm gonna do the avocado last. I've got about 20 minutes before I go. So just before we head out to take hubby his dinner, I will put the avocado on there for him. All right, let's see what this burger looks like. Oh my goodness, there we go. I'm gonna turn the heat down just a little bit because we're gonna cook this the rest of the way through on this side. Let's go finish our salad. So I've got cowboy candy. We're gonna go ahead and put some cowboy candy on this. Cowboy candy. If you don't like jalapenos, put pickles. Those would also be delicious. That should be good. All right, friends, here's our burger. I'm gonna take this to him separately from the salad because I'm afraid the heat of the burger is gonna melt the, or not melt, but melt the lettuce. And that just won't be very good for anybody. So I'm gonna put a piece of cheese on this burger so that it will start to melt a little bit between here and the church. And then when I get there, he'll be able to enjoy this. So we're just gonna put the lid on it, cheese is on there. It's gonna just melt with the residual heat. I just put 2 pieces of bacon in the microwave to get it nice and crispy so that it is ready for me to chop up on this burger. And I keep dropping this cheese. I must have Butterfingers tonight for some reason. All right, so here is 2 pieces of bacon. I'm gonna put half of the avocado on our salad. I'm about ready to take off and head out the door to take him his dinner. So I'm gonna let this bacon cool for just a second because it's pretty warm. Let's get our avocado on here. Hopefully this avocado is okay. Never know with an avocado. Well, it's not beautiful, but it'll be okay. I'm just gonna take off the bottom piece down here because that is pretty brown. Okay, I'm gonna just put this piece on there. Just gonna dice it. Dice up this avocado. Just gonna use my knife to go around the edge and just kind of scoop it all out. I think the pickling liquid from the jalapenos will help. This avocado is not going to be sitting very long because I'm leaving in just like 2 minutes. So I've got our bacon. Let's go ahead and get our bacon chopped up and on here. And I don't need to have small pieces. It can be fairly decent sized piece of bacon on this without a problem. He's going to eat it with a knife and fork. It is hot. This bacon is very hot. I think this is going to be delicious. I will have mine when I get home. We've got our horsey burger sauce right here that we made with horseradish and mustard and our sweet hot barbecue sauce. We're going to spread some of this on our salad. And we'll take the meat to him, like I said, on the side, and he can put that on there. We'll cut up his burger and put it on top of his salad. So here is the burger bowl. Here is the burger. And friends, we are off to church with another delicious dinner for hubby. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Friends, for our last recipe for this video, we are gonna make some high protein waffles. They're gonna have some carbs, but like I said, I'm not eliminating carbs altogether. That is not my plan. My plan is to do low carb. Some days I will do no carb. Some days there will be a little carbs. It just depends. But hubby works up in the woods every Saturday. He does a long, hard, probably an 8-9 hour day up in the woods at some friend's property. And so he has been fasting with me from dinner time the night before to lunch the next day. But he can't do that on Saturdays. So he doesn't eat lunch up there. So I feed him a pretty hearty breakfast here so that he has a lot of fuel to get him through the entire day until he gets home on Saturday night. So we're gonna make these delicious high protein waffles. I have a banana that I need to use that has seen better days, but it's gonna be delicious. These are really simple, easy waffles. I'm actually gonna make these in my little Dash waffle maker. These are gonna be little waffles, which is what I want. So let's get these mixed up. They're super easy, really quick. They freeze really well if you want to. This is a great way to get some extra things into your kids. If you've got picky kids, kids love waffles. So this is a great way to do that. So we're gonna get these things in the blender, get it mixed up, and then we're gonna make our waffles. They're gonna be super delicious and really easy. So let's get these mixed. So I have my blender and we need to start with 3 eggs. And I think I'm actually gonna put 4 eggs because this batch of eggs are a little bit on the small side. They're not large eggs like I normally get from her. So we are gonna do 4 eggs just to give us the right amount of egg for this recipe and the right amount of protein. So there's 3, let's do 1 more. Just like that. All right, we need 3/4 of a cup of oats. Use whatever kind of oats you have, whatever kind you like to use. That's what I would use. I just have these Bob's Red Mill old-fashioned oats. There's 3/4 of a cup. We need our banana. Break that into some pieces. We need a 1/2 cup of Greek yogurt. This is what I thought was super interesting about this recipe, was it has the Greek yogurt in it, and we just happen to have Greek yogurt because my husband loves it, so he's going to be excited that these waffles have got Greek yogurt in them, and they've got his protein powder, which he loves. So I think these are going to be delicious. And since I'm doing the little guys, I'm doing the little dash size waffles, I think 2 of these would probably be a serving. But if you're using a regular size waffle maker, it would probably be 1. All right, so we're gonna put our yogurt in here. We need a teaspoon of baking powder. Scoop of protein powder. We have vanilla. That's what hubby uses every day. A little bit of vanilla. I'm almost out of my vanilla bean paste. I'm gonna have to go back to Trader Joe's and get some vanilla or some vanilla bean paste. Don't need a lot. I just want a little bit in here. And we need a little bit of cinnamon. All right, let's get this mixed up. All right, need to scrape down the side of my blender because I can see I've got a little bit of protein powder and a little bit of my yogurt that is on the edge. So we need to get that all down in there. Just give your blender a quick little scrape. Make sure you get all the ingredients in there. Full batter. I'm going to move my blender out of the way, and we are going to get these waffles in our waffle maker. All right, so I'm going to use a little bit of my Carey Gold butter. It's going to get a little on my brush. I just kind of want to brush it around the waffle iron, just like that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pour this batter in here. I want to be really careful that we don't overflow it. All right, let's close our lid, let those cook, and we'll come back. All right, get ready to pull out our first waffle. Oh my gosh, friends, look at that. It looks incredible. It didn't stick. That is a beautiful little waffle. We're gonna get the rest of these waffles made, and then we will come back and I will give them a taste, and we can see how we like the flavor. These are a new protein waffle to me. I've never made them before, so I'll let you guys know how many this makes. All right, friends, we got 9 of our little mini high protein waffles. Super excited about these. Last one is in the waffle maker right now. It's gonna be a little bit on the small side, but yeah, 9. I probably could have gotten 10. I made one of these just a tad bit too big, so I think a little bit of that batter, I probably could have got a 10th one out of this. So basically, you know, 9 or 10 mini protein waffles out of this recipe with this little mini dash. Well, and I love this thing. I love my dash maker. I love this thing. It's so cool. So we're going to give these a taste. Super excited about that. I am going to put some really good Carey Gold butter on it, some all natural peanut butter, just to boost a little bit more protein. As you guys know, peanut butter has a lot of protein in it, and so it's just another way to add a little bit more protein to this and make it a little bit more filling. So I'm gonna have a couple of these little waffles with some peanut butter on them, and we will give these a taste, see how they are. I'm excited. I want some different things. I don't want always everything that I eat to break my fast to be a lunch item. Sometimes I want some breakfast type stuff, and so I'm excited to have these little mini protein waffles. I think they're gonna be delicious. So good. They smell, I can really smell the vanilla and the cinnamon that's in these. It really makes them smell incredible. The thing about eating a higher protein meal is it keeps you fuller longer. So let's get this last one out and then we'll give these a taste. As you can see, it's a little on the small side because the batter, I didn't have quite enough batter for this last one, but it's still gonna be fine. Still gonna be delicious. Let's unplug this because I don't need it to stay hot. And we're gonna give these waffles a taste. All right, friends, here they are. A little bit of Carey Gold butter, a little bit of peanut butter. Those are so good. Wow. I could eat these with some berries on the side. Give me a little bit of sugar boost, a little bit of fruit. It would be delicious. These are so, so good. Make these for your kiddos. Great way to get some good healthy things in them with the oats and the bananas. Not a lot of flours and things like that. So these are gonna be delicious. Can't wait for hubby to try these tomorrow morning. I'll make him some breakfast or some bacon with these and some eggs. And that'll be a lot of protein to get him through his morning up at our friend's house. So friends, thank you guys for joining me this week for just a couple of recipes, just to kind of show you where we're going with what I'm eating now, what I'm trying to do with this new lifestyle. It's not a diet, it's a lifestyle. And this is something that I am adjusting and doing whatever I need to with it when I do it. So I love it. I'm happy to be doing this. I'm excited to see what the results are going to be soon. It's not going to be a drastic thing. This is going to happen over time. So I'm excited to bring you guys along with me on this little journey, see how I do with higher protein, lower carb, not depriving myself of anything. Tonight we are going out for pizza with friends from church. They invited us a couple of weeks ago, and you know what? They have salads there. So I will have salad and I may have a piece of pizza. I'm not going to deprive myself. I'm not going to get myself in that mode of saying, no, I can't have these things, because that's when I get myself in trouble when I do that. So we're going to go out tonight and have a good, delicious dinner and some fellowship, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So guys, you guys all mean so much to me, and it just means a lot to me when I look back at all the comments that I've gotten from you guys and just how far this channel has grown over the last 2 years. We're over 1,600 subscribers now. And that to me is incredible. That's a huge achievement, and I owe that all to you guys. So friends, thank you guys for joining me, and I hope you guys will try these recipes. If you know somebody that you think would enjoy what we're doing here on my channel, please share my channel with them. That really helps my channel grow. Give this video a big like, because that does help with my algorithm. It does help with YouTube. And friends, leave me some comments. Let me know if you guys have some really delicious high protein, lower carb type recipes. What are your favorite things to eat? Let me know in the comments, and friends, we'll talk to you in those comments below. Have a great day, and God bless.